Hi everybody, welcome to part 2 of how to make a vintage style zippered baseball jersey. In part 2 here we'll be adding the sleeves and we'll be finishing the basic jersey. So when we left off in part 1, this is where we were at. We completed the body portion of the jersey, including the collar and placket with the zipper installed. So now we're going to work on the sleeves. This is the pattern I've designed for my sleeves. The most important part of your sleeve pattern is that it must be symmetrical, so you can see there's a crease in the center. So I folded this piece of paper over and cut it out so that both parts of the so that the sleeve pattern would be totally symmetrical. And there's also an arched part to the top, which is very important because we're going to be doing a set-in sleeve on this design, and that is something that the original jerseys had, and it's a very nice touch that will make your jersey look really authentic. So here the pattern is pinned onto the jersey. This one is about 22 inches wide and about 20 inches long, so this works for me. Again, you can alter the specifications for your own jersey. And there I've cut out two panels of exact the same size. You can see they taper out and are arched at the top, and this will give the sleeve the correct look when it's sewn onto the jersey. And this is a pattern I made to cut out the inset sleeve parts of the body jersey. So on the next photo you'll see this is what it looks like, and I'm going to use that pattern to cut out the sleeves on either side of the jersey that you can see here, and that will give us our set-in sleeve appearance. So now what I've done is overlaid, this is the underside of the jersey, and I find it easier to do it this way, although it's ultimately a little complicated to show in the photos. But basically what I've done is I've folded the sleeve in half and found the center point of the body part of the jersey, because it's very important that the sleeve be perfectly aligned equally on the body panel and not overhanging to one side or the other. And now I've pinned it from the top with about a ½ inch overhang that you can't see that's underneath the fabric. Now I've turned the jersey right side up, so this is the good side of the jersey you're seeing, and I just want to show here, this is what you want, is you want the sleeve to be underneath, sticking out about a ½ inch. Now it's a little bit difficult to pin because the curve of each piece of the fabric is going a different way, and that's why the sleeve part you see here has the ripples in it, because it's got to conform to the opposite curve that it's cut to. But here we can see this is where you want to get to, is you want to have the pins on the top, and you want to have the sleeve underneath an equal ½ inch or so distance all the way on the curve of that sleeve inset. So now I've completed the sewing. Again, this is what you want it to look like with that overhang sticking out, because this is going to be a flat felt seam just like we did with the body panels. And as you can see here, now I'm going to take that overhang, we're going to curve it under itself so that we conceal the raw edges of the fabric. I'm going to pin it together, and this is what it looks like when the sewing is finished. And that's probably exactly the same photo, but you can see that it has just a really nice curve to it, and it looks exactly like what you want your sleeve to look like. And there's a front picture where you can see sort of the inset look of the sleeve. And that is where we're at in terms of the body panels being correct. So next step is we want to cut the bottom corners of the jersey to a curve pattern, because these jerseys were designed to be tucked in, and this is the way the bottom edge of the jersey was designed. So as you can see here, I'm just using a dinner plate as my template, and I've cut out the bottom of the jersey, and you can see that's exactly what baseball jerseys look like. And now what I've done on the front part is I've turned under the seam, the edge of the bottom edge of the jersey twice, so that I can sew it and just make a nice finished bottom edge. And there you go, the finished product on both sides of the jersey. And you can see this is important to note in this photo, is that you only want that finished edge to go up right to where the curve ends on the side of the jersey, and then you stop like you see here, because we're then going to sew the jersey sides together, also using a flat felled seam starting at that point, and then below it will be the tails of the jersey, just like you would see on a dress shirt or something like that, where you tuck it in. And of course I'm going to do the back as well. It'll be one continuous piece, again stopping where the curve ends at the sides of the jersey. This is a very important step here. Now we're pinning the sides of the jersey together, but you can see, again, because we're doing a flat felled seam, there's going to be about a 1/2 inch overlap, and this is very important to pin this properly. Also, I don't do an equal 1/2 inch. As you can see at the armpit area, you need a little bit more space because you've got more fabric there to work with, and there's a curve, but you can see towards the end of the sleeve and the body, it's tapered out a little bit because you don't need quite such enough fabric to roll it over at that point. And you can see this is the bottom edge where you finish the curved bottom parts of the jersey, and now we're going to get to pinning it, and we'll be doing the flat felled seam there, and that will give a nice finished edge to the bottom of the jersey. And here now I've sewn it, and you can see this is the armpit section where I've sewn the two pieces together. Again, this is the jersey is the good side facing out, and we've just sewn a basic stitch along the edge. And now we take that edge, just like we've done with all the other seams, and fold it under itself, pin it, and this will give us the nice finished seam. And this is, it's kind of hard to see in this photo, but this is the armpit area where we've rolled the fabric underneath itself right at the armpit area. And this is why we need a little extra room. You can see where the black head of the pin is where you've also got the seam from attaching the sleeve to the body of the jersey. So it can be quite thick, and you need to make sure you have enough material to enclose everything properly. And there it is. That's the final seam sewn together, and you can see it's all nicely enclosed and looking exactly like it should be. So the final step is finishing the edges or the ends of the sleeve. So all you do is you turn the jersey inside out, and you roll the sleeve in twice to enclose the raw edge of the fabric. And then you sew along that line inside out, and this is the sleeve turned right side out, and you can see a nice beautiful finished end of the sleeve, and you can also see the flat felled seam on the underside of the sleeve. It's all looking really good. And there it is. We have completed the basic jersey. It's looking really good. As you can see, it's got that vintage look, and we're in good shape. And that's just the back of the jersey, you can see as well. So coming up in part 3, we'll be designing and applying logos and numbers to give the jersey a complete look. Thanks for watching, and you can follow me on Twitter at Waffleboard, and please check out part 3 where we'll finish this jersey. Thanks for watching.